All our faith, welcome back. Welcome to the channel. Dibalin Football Channel, Kaizer Chiefs Football Channel, man. Football from the fans' perspective. Forgive me for making a video while walking. I'm trying to squeeze some time. It's busy, very busy. But we speak in Kaizer Chiefs, we speak in transfers, some crazy news that I think we need to speak about. The first thing before we get into that, I would like to congratulate Childish for winning Player of the Month, not Player of the Season, Player of the Month, October, November, and his goal against Chippa winning Goal of the Month. The arrival of Childish into the club, Kaizer Chiefs, has revived the club. To be honest, Childish has arrived and he has revived the club. He has brought a lot of positive energy. He has also, we can see his influence even with other players that were misfiring, were not performing. Players like Bernard Parker, players like Kama Billiard that were struggling. With the arrival of Childish, they are finding form, they are scoring goals. Childish provides assists, provides goals, but also I think it also provides motivation to the young players. And we appreciate him, and I would like to thank him for joining Kaizer Chiefs, for choosing Kaizer Chiefs. The links of Kaizer Chiefs with Bongani Zungu. Bongani Zungu is still contracted with Amiens from France, still plays for his football in France, and it is said that his contract is going to end at the end of the season, by June. And also the news around Patosi, he even had to respond. He even had to respond to release the response that he's aware that his contract is ending with Follett, but he's still doing well with the club, and he still has a very good relationship with the club. Follett is in Iran, and his representative in South Africa have not communicated anything regarding any links with the clubs at home. Bongani Zungu, what do I think about Bongani Zungu? I think there's been a lot of rumors around it from last season. If you remember, even the previous transfer window before this one, there was rumors around Bongani Zungu, and they're still resurfacing even today. So I'm thinking Kaizer Chiefs should go for him, 29 years old, midfield, kind of player that I was describing also with Tebza Mukwena's. Bongani Zungu is that player. But one thing about Bongani Zungu is that he's experienced. He's very much experienced. He's 29 years old. Still has like 4 or 5 years to play in football. If 6 years if he's a professional. And he has a good relationship with Stuart Baxter from the national team, of course. And the links with Kaizer Chiefs, I think they are very much justified. Very much justified. I would welcome him. But I know he's not going to come in the middle of the season. That one is not possible. He's not going to come in the middle of the season. Also, he's finding, form in France. He was injured and starting to get game time. He's being used. Patosi as well. When he played for Cape Town City, I think he played very well. Played very well with Cape Town City. But also he's been playing his football outside. Played his football in Asia. He's played football, I think, in some parts of Europe. And as a creative midfielder, as a goal scorer, has a lot of goals in him. He is a Bafana international, even though he has very few caps. But also he has an experience in South African football. That's very much important. And I think the news around him, and it's the same thing. It's the same thing with the Dolly thing, is that he's not, if he's to come to the club, it's not going to be a signing that will happen in the middle of the season. That one is very much impossible. It's not going to happen in the middle of the season. It might happen at the end of the season. But I'm thinking there is a need for players like that, creative players, so that we've been speaking about the burden lying on the shoulders of Childish a lot in terms of creativity, in terms of goals, Childish and Kama Billiard. And having players like Patosi would actually assist the club a lot. But we know it's not a signing that's going to happen anytime soon. But the interesting stuff, the stuff that is disturbing to me, is that It is said that Kaizer Chiefs is close to signing Sithebe from Amazulu. They couldn't agree with Amazulu. The negotiations and the conversations just didn't yield proper results, and he wants to leave. It's very clear he wants to leave, and Amazulu wanted to keep him. But now the problem is this: is that the transfer price around the players is. I read today that if Kaizer Chiefs is to sign him this transfer window, if we are to sign him this transfer window, we are going to have to pay millions, around 12 million. In fact, it's worth around 12 million if Kaizer Chiefs is to sign him now, instead of waiting until the end of the season, 6 months, and then getting him for free when he's free. His contract has ended with Amazulu. It ends at the end of the season. Right now, we're still allowed to make pre-contract deals and agree with the teams. But to say we're going to buy Sithebe with 12 million, it's crazy, man. Very crazy. To me, it's very crazy. It doesn't make any sense. 12 million Sithebe, it doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of young talent in South Africa. He's 29 years old right now. He played for Amazulu. He's a box-to-box midfielder. He can add into the club, but nothing outside the ordinary. Nothing outside the ordinary. Nothing extraordinary. He has no reputation in the national team. He doesn't have a lot of caps. Played for Amazulu. Does not have a cup behind, to show. He doesn't have top goal scorer to show. He doesn't have, assists to show. And yeah, man. Yeah, he's a good player. He's a decent player. But I can't pay millions for Sithebe. That is impossible. You can pay millions for Tebo Mokoena, you can pay millions for Mbule, but you can't pay 10 million for 12 million for Sithebe. I think if that's the case, Kaizer Chiefs should shy away from that deal. If possible, wait for him to get him for free, even though they call us freebies. Wait for him to get him for free at the end of the season. If we are really desperate for him, that's if we are so desperate for him. Otherwise, I see nothing special at all. Last thing I want us to discuss, it's quite fun. In fact, Royal AM decided to release a statement yesterday, or day before yesterday, regarding Victor Letsoalo. They're actually getting impatient with the transfer links and the rumors around him having conversations with Kaizer Chiefs. Apparently, there's very strong rumors that he's also around Gauteng. He's meeting with teams in Gauteng instead of him being in KZN, supposed to be in KZN. But yeah, Royal AM released a statement distancing themselves from all that, even mentioning Kaizer Chiefs in the middle of in the midst of their statement. And I'm thinking Royal AM, the leadership of Royal AM, management of Royal AM needs to grow up. They really need to grow up. Transfer rumors is part of the transfer window. It's part of football. It's always going to happen. In fact, with Kaizer Chiefs, almost every player around, every good player in all the teams except Mamelodi Sundowns and Orlando Pirates will be linked with Kaizer Chiefs. Every good player from any other team except Mamelodi Sundowns or Orlando Pirates will be linked to Kaizer Chiefs. So, to release a statement each and every time there is transfer rumors is actually a stupid one. It's a very stupid move. I think it's childish. I think Royal AM should grow up. Mamkiza should grow up, really. And imagine, Royal AM has a lot of good players. They're going to be linked with Mamelodi Sundowns. They're going to be linked with Orlando Pirates. So they're going to release statements each and every time there's transfer rumors. It's called rumors anyway. Called rumors. Rumors, you don't have to, respond to them all the time. But Kaizer Chiefs does need a striker. And Victor Letsoalo is quite a striker for Kaizer Chiefs. Would accept him. If the team would release the 12 million to Royal AM, for sure Mamkiza would not refuse. 12 million, I don't think they will refuse. And we get Victor Letsoalo. And I don't think it can happen in the middle of the season again. I don't think it can happen in the middle of the season. I just think a lot of transfer rumors around Kaizer Chiefs in the middle of the season is just one of those. People want to sell their papers, people want to sell their articles, people want to sell, they want views and stuff like that. Otherwise, nothing heavy, man. Nothing heavy, man. For me, let me hear from you in the comment section, and thank you for supporting the channel. The previous video received a lot of views, a lot of comments, and thank you for supporting the channel. And I'd like to encourage you to subscribe into the channel, to turn on the notification button. Otherwise, from me, Tibaland Football Channel, it is love and it is peace.